welcome back to the A Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Ameer Hamid. Joining me today will be Brant Dubois.
Hey, it's just me. That's it.
Yeah, no more.
I get the early week one. It's fun. We haven't done this in a while.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. Okay, we got some serious news in the NHL.
Yeah.
And we've got our Week 3 NFL picks to review. And we got the playoff races going on and everything in baseball, regular season awards. So let's kick it off with the NHL. And the latest news was broken last night with Austin Matthews, who is being charged,
He's being charged, I think. The woman has pressed charges against him. He's got a court date set for, I think it's next week or something like that.
Okay, so the situation is basically he's being charged with drunk and disorderly, right? I
think it's just disorderly conduct, but yeah, he was drunk at the time.
Okay, so how do we?
It's tough, man.
Okay, so let's explain the situation first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this happened back in May, correct?
Sure. I'm not sure on the exact date, but it was in the summertime. I know that.
Yeah, May 26th.
Okay.
Where Matthews and a group of men tried to get inside the female security guard's car.
Yeah.
At a local condo building.
Yeah.
She confronted the group who were intoxicated, and during the interaction, Matthews withdrew from the conversation, dropped his pants, and grabbed his butt cheeks.
Yeah. With his underwear still on.
Exactly. So I'm like, so he mooned her but didn't moon her. All right,
yeah.
Cool. All right, let's preface the situation.
Okay.
One, Matthews and his friends are wrong for harassing a security guard.
Yeah.
Wrong. Shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. I also understand where the fear comes from, because if you look on Twitter and you see all these things that are retweeted and
absolutely.
stuff, a lot of women have issues with this, and it's you know what, I get it. I understand why you're afraid. So I understand why this is a big deal. That's my preface to this.
Exactly.
I get that
this whole situation could have been avoided if they had just acted in a sober point of view.
Yeah. On the flip side,
the story kind of sounds as just okay, I'm not going to say boys being boys, because that's so there's such charged language behind it.
Yeah.
But it sounded like a bunch of drunk dudes being idiots.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
It's something that not this situation exactly, but it's something that almost any 21-year-old 22-year-old drunk human being will get themselves caught up in.
Oh, let's go razz this person, this innocent person.
I've seen it.
No, you shouldn't do, but I can understand it. Yeah.
But I've seen people that drunk to the point where you know what, something like that is probably bound to happen. It just sucks that it was Matthews in that situation. And
I'm more upset by that than I am about the mooning and walking with his pants down that.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
just
you know what, if that was just a friend of mine, I'd laugh. It's funny. The first
I'm more upset
sucks.
at him and the rest of the people involved.
Yeah.
I don't think that were they harassing her? I guess so.
As the group of friends, you got to be dude, you're Austin Matthews. Give your head a shake.
Exactly.
You don't want to get caught up in this. Go out, have a good time, but you're a pretty big figure in the NHL, man. You can't be doing stupid shit like this.
You're about to be named the captain of the Leafs.
You were about to be named the captain of the Leafs. I don't think he gets it anymore.
Okay. I agree and I disagree. I agree that I don't know how you can now I think there has to be different events to fall.
Yeah.
That can if there's a resolution to the story, you know what I mean? I just don't think that you can just slap a C on him next week, you know what I mean?
No, I don't think you can slap a C on him this year. I think it looks so bad on your organization, especially in today's day and age with the way this situation looks, you can't be like, well, you know what? Yeah, he screwed up, but like he's our captain. Woo! It's like it also. I was talking to Brandon last night. He made a really good point. It's like this would be a perfect punishment for the kid. He'd be like, you know what, man? You're not taking the captaincy. You screwed up. Learn from it. Move on. Here we go. Captain's going to whoever. Because then, like, maybe you'll talk some sense into the kid at that point, right?
I think you just don't name one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I wouldn't name it.
Because if you name Morgan Riley the captain, he's the captain until he basically leaves. Or John Tavares. Like, you can't just name a guy the captain and then next year give it to Austin. I think you give 3 A's and you give it to either Muzzin, who obviously Tavares and Riley. You give it to either Muzzin or you give it to Matthews. It doesn't matter. You can still give Matthews an A. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's
He's
just
not
the spectacle that is. Yeah. It could, but on the flip side, you could also just name him the captain and then he has to face the media storm that it is. And kind of like that's one opportunity for him to just own up to the situation.
Yeah. This was, I said last night, it's like, it's one of those things. It's like if Babcock fucks up as a coach right now, it'd be a perfect way to distract the media from everything he's doing. So like, say he wanted to put Ben Harper in his top 6. Yeah. All right. Let's name Matthews the captain. Nobody's going to notice the fact that I took Ben Harper. It's one of those moves. Like, it's just like a coverage thing at that point.
So are we on the same page as like, I don't know if they name a captain right now. I think I think it makes more sense to go into the season without a captain and then give it to him during the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then this is behind you.
Yeah. Some people are going to forget about it at that point.
Mm-hmm. But when would you do it? I do it within the start of the season, which sucks because I wanted the moment like where the announcer, Mike Cross, was like, you're captain of the Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews. It sucks that you're not going to have it.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that yet. They might pull something stupid to be fun. But I think if you're going to do it, I do it at like the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Like during the All-Star break, announce it.
It's still not like genuine.
No.
I would do it before the playoffs start.
Oh, really? And then just have like a new captain for the playoffs.
That'd be sick, wouldn't it? Like it's like, oh, everyone's gonna. Right?
Didn't they have to do that? You might not know this one, but I think like there was a year where Sundin went down in the first round, and I'm pretty sure they named a captain for like the first playoff series. I could be wrong, but like I'm pretty sure they did something stupid like that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's a tough spot, man. Like
So let's rank the scenarios that happens right now.
I think least likely is that Austin Matthews is named captain this week.
So rank it for me.
It's got to be most likely. We have more. I think most likely is Morgan Riley's the captain next week. Because I think Austin just put himself out of the running. And even if he does end up the captain down the road, I don't think I think they're at the point where they want to have a captain. So I think it's probably number 1 is Riley gets it now. Number 2 is they go without one. And then Matthews gets it next year when all this is behind him and he's learned and this and that. 3 is they name it somewhere mid-year. 4 is that he doesn't, or that like he gets it now.
Oh, so no Tavares is on there?
No, I don't think it's Tavares' team to be the captain of.
All right. So from a future perspective, it hurts the Leafs from a negotiating standpoint if they name Morgan Riley the captain because his contract's up in 2 years, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't, like, just because you're the captain doesn't mean you're the best player out there. Like, he knows his value. The C doesn't change that, right? Like,
sure.
The way I see it anyways, he could have a completely different mindset and be like, well, you made me the captain, obviously you think this much of me. I think he's the type of guy to give the hometown discount because he's done it already, regardless of whether or not he's the captain. I could be wrong. He might be thinking, you know what, fuck it, I already gave it to you, give me my money now.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If I'm going to rank the scenarios, I think Leafs go into the season without a captain, 1.
Yeah.
Leafs name Matthews next week.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leafs name Matthews like after the season or something.
Okay.
Riley. Actually, I might go Tavares still. I don't know.
I just don't see Tavares as the leader in that locker room, and
I agree.
I just think it's Riley's team if it's not Matthews. But
in any world, do you see the Leafs as Riley's team? Like realistically,
if you're outside of Toronto, maybe not. But like if you've been here and watching what this guy's been through and what he's done and what he still does for this team as a leader.
No, I agree.
And like even so Sportsnet put out 2 videos today. One was Matthews talking about the situation. It was like brief, nothing to it.
Yeah, it was like a 40-second statement.
The other one was Morgan Riley. And it was Morgan Riley talking about, you know what, this is what he made a mistake, this and that.
Well, they put
like
Riley and Tavares out there.
They didn't see Tavares's, but it's like I think so. The one I saw was Riley's anyways, and he was talking about, you know, we'll be behind him as teammates and blah, blah, blah. He's got to do what he's got to do to get through the situation. It was like the most perfect, like, leader speech. It was like cliche as shit, but like, it was perfect to be like, you know what, this guy could be the face of this team and I wouldn't question it in a heartbeat.
Okay, so then I saw another thing online was basically like that Riley knows what Matthews is going through.
Yeah.
Because of the Riley thing that happened last year. Even though the NHL didn't find anything on the Riley situation, I would believe it, but like I don't, because obviously he wasn't like found guilty, I guess, of saying what he said.
Yeah,
but I agree that Riley's the second best candidate, but. Like, that's me personally saying that, but I kind of think that the Leafs might name Tavares over him. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Like, he's older. I don't know.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. It depends on whose thought process they're using. I think if it's Dubas, I think JT's your guy. But I think Babcock's got more of a thing towards Riley.
See, I would say the opposite if I was thinking as them. Yeah, I think that Babs loves Tavares.
I don't see it.
Babs doesn't really gush about Riley like that.
Yeah. But he uses him like he's a fucking workhorse and he lets him lead the room. I don't know. It's weird.
It's just a complicated situation. What do you think about Babcock not knowing anything about this? And the Leafs management obviously did. Yeah, before yesterday, he didn't know.
The Leafs management knew, though? Or did they just become aware when everyone else became aware?
No, they have to know.
Yeah? I don't know. It's weird that they didn't tell Babs, but like he doesn't need to know. Realistically, you don't need that to help make his decisions for him. Essentially, it's like, you know what, just coach the team. Don't worry about what's going on outside. Just do your job. Worry about the on ice aspect, because he's got a lot of shit to worry about right now. He doesn't need to worry about the people worrying about Austin Matthews. Obviously, now he does, but up until this point, it's not. It doesn't need to be something that's sitting on your head.
Okay, you would know this better than I would, but why don't they just let the players vote?
I don't know. We did that growing up a little bit. There was a few times when we picked captains and it was like the players take a vote. I don't really understand. They might get a say.
Don't they? I thought that they do that.
They might. Some teams might. Some teams might not. I don't know, to be honest. I think that's the best way to do it, man. Like, if you want to know who leads this team, ask the team.
Exactly.
Because as the coach, it's like, yeah, you see it, like you're in the room, but like you're not always in the room, and you're not outside the room, and you're not actually interacting with these guys like you're one of their friends for the most part. So why not ask the team that actually interacts with everyone and see who they believe is their guy? I don't get it either. Seems like the logical move to me, but it's
so. Who would you say the room would say?
I think before the incident or after.
I would say Matthews still.
Yeah, I still think like because if you're going like who's your leader in this room, it's got to be Matthews. Because
like the thing is, the Leafs go basically as Matthews go from an offensive perspective, just because like they look at him and they're like, holy shit, this guy's God the way he scores and stuff.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? Like the way that he affects the game.
Yeah.
And I think just looking around, everyone knows that he's the alpha basically in the room.
Yeah. It's funny. I remember hearing last year, because you remember when it might have been the year before, but Janssen taped the C onto his chest. He was they did an outdoor practice, and it was the one where they went from the subway. Sorry?
He taped it on who?
Himself. Like Janssen taped the C onto his own chest.
Okay.
So apparently, I forget who was telling me this, but apparently Janssen in the room is like this, like actually this figure that kind of like he's seen as somewhat of a leader, even though he's so young and like hasn't been there that long. Like they see him as a guy that's like, you know what, this guy's actually, he talks in the room, he does this, he leads. It's like, so it's like you get those type of guys that we don't really hear about, that the room could be like, you know what, maybe Jake Muzzin could be our captain because the guy does this, or like Connor Brown, something stupid. That's what I mean. It's not something you and I see, but like some people in the room be like, this is our leader. This is the guy we follow. Not necessarily a lead by example guy. Like most.
What do you think that it says though? Yeah. What do you think that it says that Muzzin was given an A today and not Matthews?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't. Okay, so on the ice today, Tavares, Riley, Muzzin. Doesn't bode well.
It hurts because he's been an A in every single game he's played, right? And it's kind of looked like it's meant something because the A's have been what? Tavares, Matthews, Riley, Marner, Cece, but like there's a couple that aren't like they're man.
Yeah, Justin Hall.
Yeah, okay. In the AHL game,
the last game, that game was hilarious. Seeing the A's on that team, they should have just stuck a C on one of those guys' chests for the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't bode well for the kid. That's no. Because I don't know. Because the guys that are still in the running for the captaincy are getting A's, and I feel like that's kind of concerning.
Yeah, it does. Should we move on from this?
I forgot to comment. When that first came out, when it was like Matthews,
everyone was joking,
dude. I was so hyped. I was waiting for like this bar fight that he kicked the shit out of some guy in or something like that.
And then you see that they were harassing a girl.
I'm like, dude.
Yes, security guard, but that's not the point.
No, I'm like, fuck, dude. You were right there. You had me. I'm like, it came out. I'm like, my captain, all day. Defend the honor, but then it pulled up.
I retweeted it and then I deleted it real quick. My captain, because what he did was wrong.
No, 100%. Yeah.
All right. Is that enough Matthews talk?
I think we're good. I mean,
any thoughts?
Probably going to get talked about a lot more this week. Any thoughts
on the least preseason so far?
It's been interesting. Not a lot of guys have impressed me very much, to be honest. But
I like
Nylander's flying.
Yeah.
Even like he looks like he's not even trying and he's flying. Matthews has been gross. Patan looked really good.
So fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks. Patan looked really good the other night.
Yeah.
None of the D-men Korshkov's good. Yeah. None of the D-men impressed me. Sandin, obviously, because
I know, but he's got a lot to live up, in my opinion, too. Just because he's not only got to replace Nas, but also like you have to prove that you're enough to be a rental D-man.
Yeah, on the Nas thing too. Kerfoot hasn't really been that great. He's still kind of figuring shit out.
I don't know. At $3.5 million for 4 years, I'm fine.
Yeah, I know, but like you hope he'd be more than that. He was more than that in Colorado, and it's just kind of weird.
He's kind of a guy that like I think he's a complimentary player. I think we have to get out of the mindset that he has to be as good as Nas and he doesn't.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Basically, if he pots 20 goals, I think that's a good season.
Yeah.
That's why I think I was talking with Mauro and I was like, I'd be interested in a line of like Kerfoot, Janssen, and someone else, and like Kapanen as the third line, just because it would be, and like there's playmaking on that line, there's grittiness on that line, and it's just kind of like a wait and see kind of thing, because like they're all in like the same stage of their career.
Mm-hmm.
The 24, 25-year-olds that are on like their second contracts and they're just trying to figure it out.
Bottom line is it's preseason and none of this really matters.
No.
So it's not a big issue. The only thing I can tell you is I'd like to shoot Ben Harper into the sky and say, see you later. Because holy fuck, that man's a pylon.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
There's Babcock's comments on Marinson. These thick.
I didn't. Oh, yeah.
Thick with 3 C's.
like he cannot handle the puck worth shit. That's the one thing with Marinchen's. Like, yeah, he's an okay D man, but like he can't just be an okay D man in the NHL. It's worked really well for him in the AHL. Yeah. But like that guy cannot handle the puck to save his life. There was a play, Sandin pinched, took the shot, it went around the boards. He went and coughed it, made the guy cough it up and sent it to Marinchin, and Marinchin made it look like he was playing pre-tyke trying to handle the puck. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Like, there's so much good around you, and it's just like, this is what you have. I'm like, fuck.
I don't understand why they're not playing Sandin and Liljegren together.
I don't get it.
Because they could legitimately be your bottom pair.
Yeah, exactly. If Sandin's going to make this team, there's no reason Liljegren can't be making this team.
Agreed.
Like, I think...
Because, okay, look, right now, who's your top six?
According to pretty much everything I've seen, it's the bottom two are Marincin and Sandin. That's who they've had. That's who they're playing tonight. That's who they've had not in the AHL roster. That just seems to be who it is to me. But, like, who's the other option outside of Marincin?
So it's Marincin, Liljegren. There was these other newer guys, but I think that they're slated.
Who's the Finnish guy? Swedish guy?
It's with a K, right?
Kivi Helmi, I think it is.
Yeah, something like that.
Apparently, he was pretty good, but he's a right D, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's what you need.
Isn't Sandin playing the right side?
He can play the right, but he's a left-handed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably going to be Marincin. I think it's probably going to be Ben Harper as the 7th D, which sucks. But
Justin Hull. Just play Justin Hull.
Yeah, why not? He looked okay.
He's fine.
He's good enough. We don't need great. We just need good enough.
I really miss Zach Hyman. I don't like. I already miss him.
Yeah, and his season hasn't even started yet.
I know.
That sucks. All right, let's get off the Leafs. We've been talking about them a lot.
Give Hyman the C. Give Hyman the C.
Hyman the C. Maybe the team would.
Yeah. I believe it. I don't know.
What? He's a good guy.
Yeah,
writes children's books. Good with the kids. Yeah. Starts video game companies.
Yep.
Why not?
All right, what's the next thing we got? Oh, Matthew Tkachuk re-signing with Calgary.
I haven't seen the AAV. What is it?
I think it's 3 years, $7 million per.
Okay.
So $321.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is more than Braden Point got.
Which makes sense because fuck Tampa Bay. I hate it. I hate the fact that Tampa Bay gets the better contracts because they don't have to pay taxes. Like that.
It's like partially that, but it's partially.
I crunched numbers on a little bit on what it would be. Essentially, what was the number he got? It was 6.75, 5.75.
Point?
Yeah.
6.5, let's say. It's less than 7.
6.75 because I remember the 7.5 part. So essentially, that's like giving him, I think it's around 7.5, 7 3/4, like closer to $8 million a year in Toronto. Which on a bridge deal, that's a lot of money. Like if you're giving a guy $8 million for 3 years in Toronto, like that makes that's a pretty steep deal. It doesn't look as bad when you take it to Tampa Bay, and he brings in the same amount of cash on that deal, but he only technically makes 6.75, which sucks because Tampa can do that with literally any of their RFAs, and they've already shown it in the past.
Yeah, it's like a 10% difference basically with the taxes, because I think it's like 44% is like here in Toronto, and then in Tampa it's like 34. So it's frustrating, but like go into your preamble about. Okay, so let's stay on Tkachuk. Actually, it's tough because Calgary's gonna have to pony up the next contract based off of the last year of the AAV. I think is $9 million. So he'd be scheduled for what's the increase? Isn't it like $12 million? The increase basically. It would be
yes.
a $3 million increase.
Okay.
So because I think it's 25 or 30% of basically what you've made.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to pony up with Kachuk, but because they're cash strapped from the cap, it makes sense to bridge them. I would have tried to get like a long-term deal done, but I guess they don't want to pay him more than Gaudreau and Monahan, or significantly over.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of. Do you think he deserves to be the highest paid player on that team?
Yeah, based of timing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He's a big difference maker on that team, that's for sure. And I think he could earn more than he got. Mm-hmm. I love the bridge deal. I just kind of like to say that now. Both these contracts, the same idea. I really wish Marner would have signed that.
He wouldn't have.
I know, which is stupid. Because, if you get that 3-year bridge deal, so say Marner signed, even if he signed a bridge deal at 8, that's $2 million you have for the next 2 years that you can sign other guys with.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Same with
Matthews.
Matthews.
I'd rather just not have to deal with it.
Right.
No, I don't want Matthews on the bridge.
No, but if you're willing to go through that as a GM and bridge them through every time and give them what they want on every year, even if you gave them what they want every time on a bridge, you're still saving millions of dollars that you could put towards getting somebody else.
But that's only millions of dollars until
each player, though.
But you're not listening though. That's until the next contract.
Yeah.
The next contract you're paying him more.
That's 3 years from now's problem.
But that's significantly different.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, there's both ways to look at it, right? Because if you give him the deal now, that 5th, 6th, 7th year is going to look really good because you're getting them at nothing. But there's 2 ways to play your team out.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, go into your comparison.
Okay, so on point or on the Marner and that?
Marner, Konechny.
Okay, so I put up polls on my the Instagram and my Twitter.
Yeah.
About this was last week, I think it was, just after Marner signed and just after 2 other players signed. And the AAV for Mitch was
10.91.
10.893. And
whoops.
Travis Konechny and Charlie McAvoy combined, one was at 6 years, one was at 3 years. You get Chucky Mack for 3 years, whatever, is 10.4 million AAV. Mm-hmm. To me, that if you were to pick one of those 2 situations,
Marner.
Which one would you really?
Marner.
See,
yep.
So,
let's argue it.
Okay, so I think it's a no-brainer that you take the other way. Because A, you're paying 2 guys less money. You're getting a premier defenseman in this league. Chucky Mack, when healthy, was incredible. Chucky Mack was not.
Or is it that he's just playing with Chara?
Chara sucks, dude. He carries that line.
Nah.
Chara sucks. Konechny, I think there's a lot of untapped potential there right now. He had a good year last year, but I think he can be more. So you're getting a forward that's not Mitch Marner. Don't get me wrong, but you're getting someone that's could be what Mitch Marner was 2 years ago. Still really good, still a good point producer. And then you're going to get a premier defenseman in the league for less money than you're paying Mitch Marner.
Okay. Can I go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So you're getting a defenseman that hasn't proved that he can stay healthy at any point in his career.
He had 2 seasons where he played healthy, no? It was just last year he got hurt, was not?
He played 54 games last year. He played 63 the year before.
Because he got called up. Is that his only 2 years?
No, because he played in the playoffs the year before.
I don't think he didn't start the year with Boston, though, did he? Maybe you're right. I don't actually know the numbers on that, but
yeah, because it would have shown the AHL stats, and he didn't play in the AHL in 17-18. So a defenseman that's never proved that he can stay healthy.
To be fair, he was concussed to begin on the year last year, so that's
sure. He's a defenseman that's never cracked 50 points.
Right. Because
28 and 32. But
he plays really good defense. Like,
Does he?
He's good on the back end too.
I don't know that. Like, honestly,
man, his footwork's really good. He's good with his stick. I don't know,
but he's not there yet. Like, you're not signing him to a long-term deal. That's why.
Is Mitch Marner there yet? Like, if you take him off of Tavares, if you take him off of Tavares' wing, is he a 90-point scorer?
Well, what do you have? What do you have the years before?
50 something.
I'll look it up.
So what is he? The 50 something point scorer, 60 point scorer, or is he the 94 point scorer?
90. So he had 94 last year, 69 the year before, nice, and 61 the year before.
Okay, so he averaged what, 65 points in the first 2 years, give or take.
Yeah,
give or take a number. Sure. But so you go from 65 without JT, and then you get JT, and you're a 94 point scorer. That's, I don't know, man. Like, situations are helpful.
Are you gonna bet? Okay, what would you bet on? That he's a 60 point forward or a 90 point forward?
I think he's somewhere in the middle of that. I don't think he's
wow.
one of those things. I think he's an 80. I don't think he's one either of those, because he's not playing with JVR and Bozak anymore. So he's better than that. But okay. I don't think he's going to be. If you gave him his own line without John Tavares, I don't think he's a 94 point scorer. I think he's like an 85, 80, 88, that range.
Okay.
But I don't. He's still really good. He's going to be more than what Travis Konechny's giving you.
And whatever, if you combine McAvoy and Konechny.
Yeah.
Because if you're using the standpoint that, we downgrade Mitch for the line mates that he's playing with, then you have to downgrade McAvoy, because you have to basically say, he's going to miss 20 games a year. Okay,
that's fair. I just think, I don't know. I think as the Leafs, you take a look at where you're. I'm only looking at this from a Leaf standpoint, though, because if you're the Leafs, you need another D. You could probably use another D-man, and Chucky Mack on that back end as your second, third pairing guy. That's not bad. Plus, you get Konechny, he fills a hole.
I obviously this isn't a reasonable trade.
It's not going to happen. Like, it's not a thing that we can be like, tomorrow this will be a thing.
So I am always on the perspective that you pay the good players. Like, you get into trouble when you pay the average level players, and I think that's what Konechny is. At best, what is he? Second line winger? But do you really believe that he's a second liner on a championship level team? Because I don't.
He's pretty good. He looked really good last year, but
he scored.
He's still young.
47 points the last 2 years.
Yeah, he's still young. I don't know. He's not making that much either. I don't think. Was it? It was only because Chucky Mack's getting 7, I think, and then Konechny fills out the rest of the 10.4, so it's like 3 and change. But
I swear it was more than that.
Who?
I thought it was like 4.5
for Konechny. I thought, what would Chucky Mack get? I thought it was 7 something. Wasn't it?
You might be short selling.
I might be overselling Charlie Mack.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, maybe.
That undervaluing what Konechny got.
Yeah.
Looking up here.
Either way,
it was 33 million. So it's over 5 million a year.
Yeah. So
like 5.1.
We had 41 votes on the Instagram poll, and 63% said Marner.
Yep, I agree.
Then I think it was 25 votes on my poll on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Pull it up quick. It's not that far down. Get there. 16 votes. And it was 75% for Konechny and McAvoy. So it's a real split argument for a lot of people. But it's fun to talk about. I don't know. I like defense.
Okay, but I like premier players in the NHL.
Don't we all?
And I know Mitch Marner is one.
Yeah, we don't know.
Look. Exactly. I don't think that the other two will be. McAvoy more so. Like, I'm more confident in McAvoy, but I'm worried about the injury history, and also his next contract's going to be big.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm trying to look up where thing plays and McAvoy's contract. I got so many different tabs going. No, so McAvoy signed $4.9 million a year.
Oh, okay. McAvoy signed 4.9.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
But how it's staggered, I think the last year he's at like $8 million. Okay. So then if he goes to the negotiating table and with the arbitration, it's going to be like 10 or 11.
Okay.
So and then you just play that out, and then you go to free agency, which then screws you. Also, Konechny gets to play with Sean Couturier and Claude Giroux.
That's fair.
Oh, let's just leave that out of the argument.
Yeah, but neither of them are John Tavares line mates. Neither of them are John Tavares level line mates. Either way.
Claude Giroux and then the best.
He's not JT. No, don't give me that.
Okay, 100-point man basically every year. Claude Giroux.
No. Okay. He had a stretch where he was real bad. He came back and started scoring more.
Let's look this up. He wasn't 100 points last year, I think, but the year before, yeah. 102 and then 85. Look, I would say that the line that Marner is playing on isn't as good as the line Konechny's playing on. You're minusing out the players, like the player it's himself.
Yeah.
Couturier and Claude Giroux is better than Tavares and Hyman.
Zach Hyman is a bulldog.
Zach Hyman is just as good as Sean Couturier.
Zach Hyman or Claude Giroux, who do you take?
I don't know.
Gotta be Zach Hyman.
4 goals. Oh, yeah. And the one guy that's got a huge nose.
He knows how to play the game.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Braden Point's contract.
Okay. You don't like it. I think it's fair. And the only
I don't like it because why did he settle?
Who? Point?
Yes.
Because what else, man? Because Tampa's gonna be in trouble in a couple years. So if he doesn't get signed now, and he makes way too much money for the next 7, that's gonna be a problem for starters. But I don't even think he's settled, man. Like he took what most of the other bridge deals were. But
what were you waiting for then?
I don't know. I think he was waiting for Marner to be like, I want Marner money. And then they said, no fucking chance you're getting. I think that's what I mean. I think they said, no fucking chance you're getting Marner money because that's a lot of money. And we cannot pay you that. So you can take this bridge deal if you want it. If not, see you later.
Okay. So let's talk about the Steve Simmons tweet.
Okay.
3 rather equal elite young players: Mitch Marner, Braden Point, Charlie McAvoy. Point 3 years, $19.5 million. Charlie McAvoy, 3 years, $14.7 million. Mitch Marner, 6 years, $65 million. Good thing the Leafs have the Wonder Boy GM. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
Let's pretend like those 3 are comparable.
Let's compare these 2 bridge deals to this long contract that's twice as long. That's buying out how many years of his? It's 2 years of his unrestricted. 3. Isn't it 4 RFA years?
Is it? I thought it was 3. So. But either way, at least 2, could be 3. So that's pretty sweet. I don't like the Marner deal. I think they should have got him for less, but it's a decent deal in the sense that like you have him long term. That 5th and 6th year are going to be really nice when the cap hit and the percentage of the cap hit is so much lower than it is now. And he's a good player, man. He's better than Charlie McAvoy. I'll give him that. We just had this discussion, but he's
okay. So from a GM perspective, I'll say why I do and I don't like the bridge deals.
Okay.
I do like the bridge deals because if you look at these next guys, they're 22 right now. In 3 years, they'll be 25. If I've signed them to a 7 or 8 year deal, they're then 32 or 33. But at the time,
it's a perfect end.
It's a perfect timing.
Yeah.
You look at Marner, he's 22, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah.
6 years, 28. So he'll be 35 by the end of his next deal.
Yeah, that's old, especially in today's NHL. Especially in 6 years from now, NHL. And you're gonna have to pay him a lot of money. That's tough.
Then again, if you're 33 when your next deal is done with the bridge, then you could still be in line for another contract. And then I'm not.
But
going
you don't have to sign that deal if you're the Leafs.
Sure,
right?
You don't have to sign Marner after this contract.
No, you probably will, but you don't have to. Depending on where the state of the franchise is, you might not have that chance. Like, you might not want it. Like, it might be another rebuild in 6 years. Who knows?
And if they win a cup, I don't care.
I don't care if they win a cup next year. I don't care if we rebuild tomorrow.
Yeah,
just build the day after. Like, who cares?
Build a statue.
Yeah.
Give the lady that's pressing charges a statue. I
don't care. Just give everyone a statue. Doesn't matter to me.
Yep.
Get rid of everyone if you want. I don't give a shit. We got our cup. You can't say 67 anymore. We got it. That's all that matters.
You say 2020.
Yeah, exactly. Remember 2 years ago? Yeah, bitch. We did it.
Yeah. Anything else in the NHL?
I think that's it. There's probably something.
Okay. So let me try to do we're going to talk about our NFL picks this week.
Sir. But
I'm going to do it without anyone else's picks. So it's going to be hard. I know I had 10. You're saying
I had 11.
And let's go through the games and we can figure out how many Mauro has. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's less than me.
Do you have the picks in front of you?
I have the games. I don't have the picks in front of me because it's on my. All right. So
I wasn't even on the podcast, so I don't even know what he said.
Mauro took Jacksonville.
He got that game right. I know that.
Yeah. We all took Miami. He got that one. Okay. We all took Buffalo. He got that one.
Okay.
Detroit. Everyone took Philly. Everyone took New England. Did he take Indy?
He took the Giants, right? Did he? I don't know if he took Indy.
He didn't take the Giants.
He didn't take the Giants?
No, he did not.
Oh my God.
He reverse jinxed it.
Jesus. Thanks.
Oh, I put it in the conversation so I could calculate how many wins he has. Was there any games that stood out to you? Because you said you watched games this week.
I watched bits and pieces of most. I watched that Browns game. I still don't know what to think of the Browns, man. Like, their offense should be so much better than it is, but their offensive line is so bad. This is the first week that they've came out and their defense looked good. Their secondary was like this Frankenstein of a creation that they put together the day before, and they looked really good. They made some plays. They had that pick in the last 2 minutes of the game, 3 minutes of the game, and they stormed downfield. But you're giving Baker Mayfield no chance anytime because it's they just he can't get the ball to people when there's getting attacked every single down. But
I don't believe in them now just because they're online. It was a week.
Their O-line, yeah.
It's bad. It's
I know.
Really
it sucks because the rest of their team is so good. Their receiving core can't be matched in the NFL. There's not one that you can say is better.
They're not using them right.
No, yeah, that's fair. But they need a new coach now. Freddie Kitchens needs to go, man. It's so bad. That fourth down that they went for. Oh my God, what the fuck are you thinking? You have two premier wide receivers in the game, and you run the ball at 4th and 8. It wasn't 4th and short. It was 4th and 8 or 4th and 6 or something like that. I'm dude, give your head a shake. Kick the ball or throw it somewhere that you have a fucking chance.
It made no sense. You know what watching this weekend made me kind of realize in a way?
What?
I think it's an Aaron Rodgers here.
Man.
I think they could. I think that just because they have an offense and a defense.
And the defense. That's the big thing.
I just feel that I think he's going to have you guys forgot about me. You're all Mahomes, Brady. I think that everyone's just sleeping on him.
He's got a chip on his shoulder and he looks good, man.
I think that they could win it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about your boy, Kyle Allen.
Oh, my boy. Thank you, fucking Kyle Allen. Holy shit. I'm so excited that Cam's still out because the only reason that they lost week 1 and 2 was because Cam played like a little bitch. He was scared to get hurt and he just did not look like Cam Newton. And it's you know what? If you're this team, you need Cam Newton to be Cam Newton in order to succeed if you're going to run that type of offense. But when he's not, it looks like shit. You bring in Kyle Allen for 1 week, and it looked fantastic. He looked good. The whole offense looked good. Everything clicked. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, it's about fucking time. I'm like, he can keep sitting all year for all I care. Like, I'm a Cam Newton fan. Don't get me wrong, but get yourself healthy before you start fucking shit up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Give Mauro his justice.
Oh, Mauro, I'm so sorry you couldn't be here for this, but like I actually watched most of I missed the Bucks winning. Like they were up by 18. I didn't watch any of that. I came back and all of a sudden it was like, boom, the Giants are in it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, all right, so this kid's all right. And they fucked up. They went like 3 and out with like 6 minutes left. I'm like, well, fuck. I'm like, their defense can't shut this down. There's no chance. They shut it down. I'm like, okay. He gets the ball back. And just watching him just fucking surgically demolish the Bucks defense on the whole way down. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, this kid looks good.
He looks really good.
It's wild. Like,
well, we're not going to talk about how the Bucks fucking had the game.
Oh, no, we'll get there. I just want to talk about the comeback for a bit because, like, you're watching Daniel Jones throw balls. And, like, he hits Sterling Shepard on the sidelines. He hits someone else on the other sideline. And then, like, he has that pass. There's, like, a minute and something left when he hit Sterling Shepard, like, short, like, close to the end zone. I think it was, like, a minute 40, minute 30. And he, like, just found him. Just perfect. Boom. Hit Sterling Shepard. Like, this kid just money. Then, like, they went 3 downs where they got nothing. And it's like, fuck. Maybe not. 4th down steps up. But he's like, fuck it. I got this. Through the middle like that, it's like, man, to have the balls to call your own number on 4th and I think it was 4th and 5 and just punch it through, get the lead. Like, that kid looked good. The confidence he had the whole game, like, just never worried.
I'm so happy for him because that he's actually good.
Yeah.
Because, like, could you imagine, like, getting booed and shit when they draft
on your draft day? That sucks.
Oh, like, yeah. He's throwing out the first pitch, I think, at Yankee Stadium, and they were booing him. And like, everyone was clowning him. I clowned them when they drafted him because everyone was like, "What
they could have had him later."
Dave Jones.
Yeah,
I don't know. A bunch of teams wanted him,
really?
But regardless, like the fact that he can shove it up everyone, and be like, "Look,
yeah,
now,
yeah, do it again."
As a Giants fan, you were like, oh, I feel so great. This is going to be awesome. We're going to have Daniel Jones carry us to the promised land. And then Saquon Barkley is out with injury.
However, they did pull most of that comeback without Saquon.
Yep.
So, I don't know, man. Like, it could be done. It sucks. It's a big hit. But it gives you hope a little bit at least.
I didn't like his weapons before. I don't like them now.
The rest,
I don't feel great about it.
The team sucks. Don't get me wrong, but it's just really cool to see him pull something like that. Now, what wasn't cool if you're a Bucks fan was watching.
Bucks should be 2-1.
Watching Jameis Winston just like march downfield like it's nothing. I'm like, holy shit! This is Jameis Winston. This is like
Mike Evans had. Oh my god! Day.
Like, he had a huge first half and then was invisible for most of the second half and then had that catch at the end. I'm like, fuck! Like, how, man? Like, you disappeared for so long and just boom, hits him downfield. I'm like, this is ridiculous. They're gonna pull this off.
The person I was going up against in fantasy had Mike Evans.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So listen to this. I have the second most points in the entire league, and I'm 0-3.
Seriously?
Pretty God.
Tough matchups. That sucks. Man, I feel so bad. It's Matt Gay, right?
Yeah.
I feel so bad for Matt Gay, though. Like, he made a 57-yarder earlier I think it was a 57-yard.
But he missed the extra point.
And then did he?
Yeah, he missed an extra point earlier.
But, like, he hits a 57-yarder, ice in his veins, no problem. Come down to the 47-yarder, and you shank the shit out of it. It's like rookie holder, too, right? I think.
I'm so pissed.
It's Especially because you both had that game. I'm like, I watched them storm down. I'm like, well, I got this one wrong. Then he shanks it. I'm
okay, I needed a big week in like, I'm still in it in like this work pool that I'm doing in my dad's thing. Yeah. But like, I think I'm 4 back of the lead, which isn't that bad. Like I'm just middle of the pack. Like I've won 10. I've won 10 games every week.
Yeah, there's so much time left. It's fine. But that was so funny. That just sucks if you're the Bucs, man.
I don't know if you watched any of the Baltimore Kansas City game.
I missed the game.
It looks like it looks like Lamar and honestly, fun.
Yeah, dude, Lamar Jackson making their defenders miss is probably my favorite thing to watch in the NFL right now.
Because I don't know if you saw the clip back in high school of Lamar Jackson making a guy miss. Okay. And it went viral. Like it was a viral Vine. Really? And I'll send it to you. Okay. But and basically he was running towards the end zone super fast, and there was a defender going in on him, diving at his knees, and then he just stopped right before and then just walked in.
Dude, he's so agile, it's fucking ridiculous. Like just his ability to like stop and turn and everything he does, I'm like, holy shit. Like this guy would be a damn good running back, let alone a quarterback. It's crazy.
I love him just telling everyone shove it, like about I'm a running back, I'm not a receiver, and all that. Here, watch this. It's unreal. Did you see it?
I can click it here. Shit, it popped up, but I'll watch it later. But
you suck.
Yeah, it's not coming up.
All right, what if I screen share it?
Oh, there we go. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Should we like link this? We should probably link the video in the description just so if anyone else wants to watch it.
I think it's widely known. It's a widely known thing. But yeah, Lamar is disgusting, even though he didn't have a good game.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah. Okay. That's so filthy. Holy shit.
Man, are the Indianapolis Colts for real?
I have no idea. Even better question, are the Detroit Lions for real?
Bro, who knows? There's so much shit where I'm like, are the San Francisco 49ers for real?
Is half the undefeated teams in the league this year for real? Because some of them should not be. It's crazy.
Is Dallas for real? Like, Dallas, yeah. Okay, yeah. Ranking the undefeateds. New England, I believe in the most.
Yeah, they've looked
Kansas
dominant. Kansas City's good. Green Bay might be 3, man.
Dallas, Green Bay's not undefeated, are they? Or they are?
Yeah, they're 3-0.
I gotta look it up.
They're 3-0, man. I'm looking at them right here.
Okay, one second.
New England, Buffalo, Kansas City, Dallas, Green Bay, Detroit, technically. The Rams. They're not
undefeated. A tie does not count as undefeated. Sorry.
They haven't lost. They haven't lost.
Okay.
Either way.
New England, Kansas City.
Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't even say the Rams because the Rams didn't look great against the Panthers.
That's what okay. New England, Kansas City. The Cowboys.
Okay.
Then the Rams.
I might say the Packers, but
okay.
I think it's a toss up between the Rams. Just don't.
I think they're in like their own range, and then you have
the Rams kind of get their own. They get a bye because it's like they have Sean McVay, and that guy can coach a football team.
Mm-hmm. And then I think the Bills are ahead of like the Lions, and
I think the Niners are ahead of all of them. I think the Niners might be legit.
I think the Rams are more legit than the Niners.
More than legit than the Rams, yes. Or sorry, the Rams are more legit. But I think it goes Rams, Niners, and then what do we got? Bills left?
Bills, Lions?
I think Bills, Lions, yeah.
Yep. All right.
I still don't think the Lions are legit. But
no, neither do I. I dislike watching Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, it's just weird.
He's just not fun anymore.
No.
He used to be the gunslinger, and now he's just.
Yeah.
I don't like Chicago, even though I love their defense. Like, I thought the Monday night game was such a mirage of Trubisky looked good because he's going up against a bad defense.
Yeah. Yeah, the Redskins aren't good.
No.
He didn't do much in the second half of that game either. It was kind of like big first half and then just
just cruise control. Yeah. Fair. Let's talk about baseball. Tell me about the playoff races. Let's go.
It's fun. That Tampa Bay Cleveland race right now. It's so back and forth. I think
isn't Tampa ahead by a game? They're half a game.
Is it half? I thought it was a game, but they both won last night. Tampa had to come back to put them back in the half game lead, full game lead, half game lead. So they literally hit a walk-off home run to give them that half game lead again. It's
G-Man!
Yeah, exactly. It's so sick. Just like it's been like for a year where Toronto baseball sucked. This last little stretch of games for like the entire league has been so cool and so much fun to watch. Like, I really want to see Tampa Bay get in, despite the fact that they pull 3,000 people a night.
Yeah, that's my only worry. Like how will playoff atmosphere be?
Tampa Bay as a city does not deserve a playoff appearance. Tampa Bay, the team, I think deserves this more than anyone else.
I want to see. I 100. Yeah. Like, I want to see like Francisco Lindor in the playoffs. I just like him. Jose Ramirez, what a comeback!
Oh man,
comes off the deal. It's a great, and then he hit another one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He hit home run.
Yeah. I think he hit the home run first, didn't he? Or was it the grand slam first? Either way.
In the first inning. The grand slam was in the first inning.
Was it? Okay.
And then he hit the second one.
Yeah. That's it's cool.
Can we get Tampa instead of Oakland?
Can we go? Yeah. Is that possible? Like,
yeah,
dude. Oakland's only half up on Tampa.
It's 3 teams.
Like, I as much as Oakland's kind of the similar idea to Tampa Bay. Like, they're kind of that team that shouldn't be there, but they are, and it's great. They act like they're fucking something special, and I wouldn't hate seeing them fall out just because of their attitude around it. It's like, okay, we get it. Like, you think you're better than we think you are, but you're not.
Who are you saying?
Oakland. Like, Oakland's had this like chip on their shoulder for a while now, where they're like, yeah, we're better than you, but like,
I'm just not a fan of them. Really have like a face of their team. Like, it's Matt Chapman, but it's
not. Meh. But Matt Chapman's a boring face.
Yeah.
Great player, boring face. They also, I don't see them poised to make a playoff run.
Who would you say is your team right now to win the World Series? I like Houston.
I hate that I'm saying this, and it's killing me, but I think it's got to be either the Dodgers or Yankees. Just because find me a hole in either lineup. If they're both healthy, find me a hole.
The Yankees rotation. That's a hole.
Who cares? They got to pitch 3 innings and then they just throw their bullpen out. Every one of those starters can go 3 innings. No problem. Which in the playoffs, that's all you need because you run, what is it? Ottavino, Canley, Britton, Chapman. Who am I missing? One more guy.
Chad Green.
Thank you. You have that 5-headed monster that, like, all of them could probably be closers on any team in this league, but they're all on the same team. And it's ridiculous. So realistically, if you run 3 of them out there a night, you just got to get 6 innings out of your starter and one of your other relievers. And they can pitch every night. Chapman's rested. He's pitched like once in the past 2 weeks. Like, the lineup is starting to get healthy again. They've got Stanton back. Stanton's crushing balls. Gary Sanchez is supposed to be back this week. Edwin's supposed to be back this week. Luke Voigt's healthy. Gleyber Torres is back, I think, now. He's not quite healthy, but he'll be healthy. It's frightening, man. You got Gio Urshela off the bench now because your team's so full. And Gio Urshela, who hit 317 this year, 70 RBIs, something like that.
My boy at Chipotle.
Yeah.
Gio Urshela.
But on the flip side, there's the Dodgers, which there's not a hole anywhere. Maybe their bullpen. Mm-hmm. because Kenley Jansen hasn't had the best year. But their thing is that you don't really need a bullpen when your starters go 8 or 9 innings. And their starters all have the ability to go deep in games. Clayton Kershaw went like most of the year where he made it to at least the 7th inning every game at home. And
you know what's pretty sweet?
Yeah.
That we're going to be watching playoff baseball in a week.
Yeah, that's cool. Because it's a lot more exciting.
The wild card games is next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. I'm trying to get all my fucking articles out for that. It's not easy. There's so many goddamn teams.
You want to go into our award winners? Oh, okay, we can talk about Joe Madden. So he's basically out with the Cubs.
I say we push the awards till next week. We're kind of running, but you think so with Joe Madden?
Well, apparently he's out and he's interested in the San Diego pod. So I thought that was interesting. I thought that the Cubs was his last stop and then he was going to retire.
Yeah, I that's what I'd think. Like he's getting up there. Ned Yost retired too. I don't know if we're going to mention that, but like you got all those guys in that era that are retiring now. It's like you feel like he could be next.
So you want to push everything to next week?
Yeah, let's push the rest of it. I just want to talk about the Cardinals real quick because like they've been ridiculous. I think they win last night against
Flaherty. What a guy! Yeah,
his since the All-Star break, his ERA is like .98, something like that. They've won 6 or 7 in a row. Could he be
Cy Young conversation though?
Who else is in that? Ryu,
Grom, Strasburg, Scherzer, Ryu.
Yeah, none of them are like blowing you away with numbers this year. They're all really good, but none of them have like jumped off the page as like, yeah, that's the guy to win it. Like, there's no Jacob deGrom of last year, so maybe, but that Cardinals team is nuts. Like,
okay, so Saturday we're gonna come back with you guys and we're gonna do an NHL preview. We're gonna go with all 30 teams or 31 teams and then hit them real quick. Yeah, it's gonna be because since all 3 of us are gonna be it's gonna be like 2 at least.
Okay, so set out a decent chunk of my schedule is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yep. Peace. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.